Coming up on this episode of the Spiro Podcast.
We're always thinking about ways to make your engine turn better, and new things are popping up all the time. It is a movement, and we want you to join it, and that starts with Spiro Concierge.
Welcome to the Spiro Podcast, managing your real estate photography and videography business. With your hosts, Todd Kivimaki and Craig Magro.
Hi, and welcome to the Spiro Podcast, managing your real estate photography and videography business. Spiro is a software platform. It's designed to help you manage your day-to-day real estate media business and ultimately, if it's your goal, and we assume it is, to help you grow it and scale it. Welcome back to another week. If you're returning, if you're a brand new listener or viewer, we just want to welcome you. We are all about trying to help you build a strong business. Lots of great creative resources out there on YouTube and other podcasts on real estate photos and video. But we really want to just be an asset to you and a partner with you in helping you grow a strong business. So glad to be back. Todd?
Craig, you made it back from vacation.
I did. It was a great time off. I got to go to a part of the U.S. I've never been to before, and we had a ball. So
yeah, fabulous photos. Looks like you guys had a great time with your family.
We did.
You know, Craig, as you were saying that intro there is like, if you're new, this week's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. This kind of reminds me, like, have you all ever taken like a friend to church? And the week that you take a friend to church, they talk about tithing. Right, Craig? Is that stuff? I mean, yeah. So this
explanation of tithing, giving money. For those
giving money, doing your, so this is where this is going to be a little bit different. So don't turn off, stick with us. But this is where we're going to tell you about something that many of you have asked for. It's a Spiro program, and it helps you get set up, gives you access to our entire team. And now the benefit in that, we'll go into all those, is that you have. In that program, we've put in the 21 years of knowledge of how we've used it at WOW, the knowledge of the entire team, the knowledge about the real estate industry, the knowledge of how to sell better, train your team better. So all that's in there. We're going to tell you about it today. This is for you to decide. But if you're like, we're in July, y'all. If you're like, yeah, now will be a time that I have a gap in my process, and the gap is systems. And if you're in Spiro and you maybe feel like you're not completely efficient, or you're like, hey, now is a time to really invest in my growth. And honestly, the first level of this, there's no investment, it's free. But if now's the time to invest your time, that's the more important thing, is your time, then hopefully what you hear today will be helpful.
Yeah, this will also be a very unique episode in that I think, Todd, at the most, we've had 3 of us on the episode at once.
I think so, yeah.
We've got a full roster of guests for you today, a total of 5 of us with us. Todd, I'll let you make the introductions. How's that as we get things kicked off?
Yeah, today, many of you know the team. We have Shannon Landers, our Chief Revenue Officer, on the call today. So Shannon, you all know this, but Shannon helped me build and scale WOW Video Tours, our real estate media company that does multiple millions of dollars a year in revenue, and we're going to do 14,500 shoots this year to just scale to a team with efficiency. So Shannon helped me scale. And when it was time to do Spiro, I was like, Shannon, let's do this again. And she was all on board. So we're excited to have Shannon on the team today. Shannon, I'll let you introduce your team. I love them. I know them, but I'm going to pass it to you.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you. Of course, I love being on the podcast, and I love that we do this and share our knowledge with others to help them grow. That's probably my favorite thing that we do at Spiro. So in that, I kind of cooked up these crazy ideas as I came on last June. It's been a year. I can't believe it's been a year. Mm-hmm. And as you guys kind of started helping people get onboarded into the program, right? And so that idea has grown into a full-blown onboarding concierge program. And obviously I couldn't do that on my own. There was no way. And of course we have the fabulous Mr. Nick Kellis on the call today. So very excited to have him, as he's been working with Spiro a little bit longer than I have, actually. And then we started getting all these clients that wanted our help. They said, yes, sign me up for this onboarding program. This is amazing. Well, it was about December of last year, and I was trying to keep my head above water, and I was swimming and swimming and swimming, and I couldn't. And Jess at WOW was like, hey, I just got this video and interview from this amazing person. I think she'd be perfect for you. And I was like, yes, please send it over. And the fabulous Lovie's video won my heart. And we had a couple of interviews. We chatted, and I said, I can't live without this girl. So Lovie Kadada is on our call today too. She is the master planner now with our onboarding program. So Lovie and Nick, welcome. We could not do what we're doing without you. So really excited that you're here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Shannon. What an intro. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Of course. Yes. No, you guys are the heart and soul of this. Helping our clients is number one, right? That's what we love to do. We love to help them, help their clients. And getting into Spiro, Todd, let's just be a little honest. It can seem overwhelming.
Yeah, there's a ton of features. There is some things, it's a very large system now. It has years and years of logic and thoughts and ideas. And when used properly, it can unlock just a ton of time, give your clients tools, help you upsell. There's a million things it can do, but it's still I got to figure out how to use this. Shannon, remember of CRMs? We looked at Salesforce at WOW. We looked at how, it sounds great. Everybody talks really great about Salesforce, HubSpot. It's but how in the heck do you do it?
Yes.
Well, you pay a Salesforce consultant $25,000 and
that's how
they do about
it.
half of what you want. But
yes. So true. It's so true. So, what we've really unleashed here now is a nice full onboarding program that provides different levels based upon really your business and where it is, because we understand that everyone is at a different place. Obviously we have a lot of new businesses coming in, and we love our new businesses, but they don't need quite the setup that a mid-level business already does or a high volume business does. So through that, we have created this program where we offer these 3 different levels. And like you said, Todd, one of them really is essentially free. And so our first level is foundations, and that is where we just essentially set up the basics, right? Lovie and Nick, we set up the basics.
Yeah, exactly.
Get them going, get all their information in there, and get their order page going. And for that, it's $250 that we actually apply to your account and credits. So there's zero cost. And Nick, you're talking to these new businesses every day, right? What are some things that they're saying to you on why they really are this sounds perfect?
The thing that comes in most often is, wow, I love this platform. This platform does everything I've ever wanted. It's like I've got a virtual assistant helping me, on the upsell and order schedule, tracking, a photography portal. And as they're saying all the great stuff, they're going, I don't know how to. I don't want to, it's not even, I don't know where to start. And some people that are old like me have no idea how to start. And that's why they want foundation. They want, we're to work with Lovie. But then you get people that, I get a lot of callbacks. I'll talk to somebody 6 months ago and they'll say, I think I got it. And then I'll get a call back and they're like, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. There's so much functionality. Can we run a diagnostic audit? So that's the cool thing, is that if you sign up for foundation, you're spending your own money. You're investing in yourself. All we're asking is for you to put your own skin in the game. If you're serious about rep, if you're not serious about rep and you're kind of dabbling, it's an expensive hobby with the camera equipment. So if you can't come up with $250 to invest in yourself in a platform that organizes your whole life, it might not be the right industry for you. So, but then when we get after that initial people, they go, that when an initial person will say, I love this. How do I, get to work with Lovie? I'm like, well, do your homework, cover your pre-buy, invest in yourself, do your questionnaire, give Lovie the ammunition that she and her team need. to build your site through a default order page. Pretty awesome. And you're off to the races. But then you'll get people that also come back and go, I think I missed something. Give me a diagnostic audit. Can Lovie do that? In her sleep, she'll go, you're white labeled on your order page. Would you like to be white labeled all the way through? Let me have your DNS. And I have the technical ability of this pen. This pen functions, and that's and
He's
and,
not lying.
Yeah, and Todd knows it. I'm a heck of an interviewer. I've learned that thing pretty well. And that's Todd just said, hey, you want to do this concierge thing? But it is definitely a handoff to Lovie to dial in this platform, even at a foundational level, that will just immediately empower your business. People will say, I don't have a website. It's okay. Just get to your order page, get started in your business. And that's what foundation does. It gives you, and then you realize you need more, but at the very least you're out there taking orders and shooting houses and delivering amazing listings. And Lovie, if you give her what she needs, she will give that back to you, in short order. Absolutely.
Lovie, what are you hearing from our foundation clients as they come on? Like, what are your guys' conversations like?
At the beginning of the call, I would say that they're pretty set to, like, they think it's a tech setup. Like, we set up the system for them. During our launch call, we find that they're surprised that, wait, it isn't just a tech setup. It's actually you helping me figure out what I need for my business. And I'm like, well, there's Shannon Landers and Todd for that. But we help them actually think about look at the broader picture and look at their business as a whole and help them figure out what else they need, what else they need help with. So it's really like, they're very surprised with how, like I said, that it's not just a tech setup, it's strategy, workflow planning, and real partnership that they build with us, with the concierge team and the support team. So they feel really supported throughout the process, and they're very grateful for the support.
Yeah, I think even sometimes just knowing like how to use it, right? That's what we go over, in that launch call with them. We set up a launch call. And on foundations, you typically just need one. You might come back later and get some more needed things. And we have additional trainings for everyone in this program. But, getting set up and getting going, like Nick said, to be able to take orders, because you got to make money in this business, right, Todd? Yeah, that's how you're going to feed the family.
It's the lifeblood of your business.
It is. And that's how you're going to get the next job, right? You got to get jobs to get the next job. And so getting them set up, quickly. And I will say, guys, this is important to have out there. The faster Lovie gets the information, the faster Lovie can get that launch call set up and get you guys going. We do have typically like a 5 to 7 day turn from, getting that information in and getting you guys on the schedule as we're working with many clients, So great. Well, foundations gets them going then, right, guys? That gets them started. And that's, kind of what we've learned over the last year is there's this base that can help get them going. And then we have our mid-level companies. And so we have our accelerated program. And this is a great program where you spend $500, but you really only spend $250, because we actually apply $250 of that $500 as credits to your account to use. And in that, you're going to be able to have all your order pages set up, any additional details you needed, some additional workflows and tasks, and some additional calls to help just make sure that everything is set up. Typically, these are clients that might be using our competitors and they want to come over, and we're helping them there. And Nick, I think these clients are finding too that sometimes you even start in foundations and you just pay the upgrade of the $250 to get the accelerated, to get the details, right?
Yeah, it's whatever you're comfortable with. But I think that you've got a lot of people that are kind of in between, like I'm setting up my own company, but I've been shooting as a contractor for years. Or you'll get people that are just, they're coming in, they're not hesitating. They're like, I'm ready to go. I need this to be set up. So they'll come in and I'll say, do you have brokerages? Oh yeah, I've got 3. You probably are going to need to go accelerated, or they'll tell me, I think I need that. And, they just look at the spreadsheet and they go, It's setting up additional order pages. At Wow, we have 62 brokerages, and each of them has their own. It's not just a customized order page. I mean, you can put a Keller Williams or a Coldwell Banker logo on on an order page. It's customizing bundles. One of those might like more drone up front. They could be drone forward or 3D forward. How do you customize that for them? And then also on the back end, some brokerages might like, they don't want to pay upon download. They want to go to a standard invoicing every third Friday of the month, or they want to pay up front. So then suddenly, I explain to people, I'm like, for $250, Lovie's doing, and her team are doing a lot of work in there to maximize your biggest clients and make them happy. Additional services, she can do a deep dive into that. And because each bundle you order, you can go from photo and video to drone to virtual staging to Twilight, all, just a floor plan. And so she'll get in there and each of those becomes its own little rabbit hole of ways for a realtor to maximize a listing that they may not think of when they place the order, but by the time they're scheduled, they've added everything they need, which drives your average sale price up. So Lovie can get in on that. And then the other thing that's coming up is a lot of people are saying, do I need a website? My website's in process. I want to get started. And so you guys came up with the landing page, and Lovie will set that up. And what's neat is our example is residential, commercial, and I think Airbnb style rentals. They don't call it that anymore. Each of those has its own little, you go down a downline and you go to an order page, but you can very quickly have a landing page that says, look at what I do. I do drone appraisals, or I'll do photo booths. But you have a landing page suddenly that you can send to prospective agents and especially brokerages and start taking orders. And your website might be 3 months away. And I think that people will come in, they're either getting started and they'll go, yeah, I need that, or they're making the jump. They're coming over from someone else, because you also, Lovie will get your existing client base in there, and now you're ready to make the transition and accelerate it, or really be dialed in even more levels than foundation.
Yep, absolutely. Lovie, what do you find the clients really love about that accelerated versus the foundation level? What do you see them really grab onto?
I think the ability to go into more details with their, like Nick said, with their order pages, and also having the chance to go from, having just one launch call and setting up another call. I find that is a huge thing for them. Walking them through every step of the way and having just a second call really means a lot. And that definitely sells that accelerated over.
Yeah, I would agree. And then, because you should always have 3, I feel like, at least, right, Todd? Like a minimum of 3 things. Like, people like options, right?
Yeah, it's what we suggest for your order page: a big, a medium, and a small, because an agent's going to come along and get what they call their luxury listing, and they're going to click the highest one. And sometimes, and there's a need for that.
Absolutely. So we have our largest offering, which is our enterprise platform of the concierge program. And I feel like we're pretty much doing everything but coming to your town and selling for you in the enterprise level. So we literally will write your marketing descriptions. We will create your thumbnails. We will give you, and Lovie can correct me if I'm wrong, but the best part of this enterprise level is you get a Slack channel with me, Lovie, Maria, we haven't talked about Maria yet. We will. And you have a direct line to us for 90 days to get instant availability of support. So you don't even go to the pink bubble chat for 90 days. We take care of you, and we make sure that you know every functionality. And we call this enterprise because typically this is probably going to be an enterprise type client, a big client that is already doing a lot. They are more than likely coming from a competitor, and they really want to bring over and update and highlight. And typically what we're finding is they're launching new pricing and new order pages with this level. So I absolutely love enterprise. And what we're seeing too with this like 90-day Slack channel, it's everything's a bell curve, Todd. I feel like in life, right? Everything's a curve. And we see them as they need a lot of support, right? So that curve goes up and up and up. And then we reach like this pinnacle of them going, oh, this all makes sense. And then they come down and they need us less. And of course, we'll always be here for our clients. But then they see, okay, Pink Bubble Chat can support me well from here, and we move on. So, Lovie, what do you think is your favorite part of enterprise? Am I right? You think the favorite thing is the Slack channel?
And I hear this a lot too, Shan. So we have our enterprise client who said the Slack channel, the availability, and having just, somebody right there, and they're typing the answer. You can see them typing. So it's really a huge step up and a VIP feeling for them. So I like that. I think that's great.
Yes, I agree. And Nick, we've had Billy come on recently. I know Billy was on the Tech Talk yesterday too, I think, talking about, and he kind of, I love him. I spent an hour on a call. Oh, by the way, with the enterprise, you get access to me or Todd. So that like kind of comes with it, where we'll send and spend strategy calls with you. So Billy and I spent an hour together, and I basically was like, we need to revamp all this. And he was like, okay, that sounds good. But as we got through it and we've built out his order page that he's going to launch, the marketing behind it is awesome. And I'm super excited for him, and he's super excited too. So Nick, Billy is a great client, and he's using, I think, every aspect of that check mark on the enterprise. And what we're talking about, guys, if you're listening to us, we have this beautiful flyer that actually will go through all of what you get at what level, that with the nice little check marks, you get this and this level, and you can compare and contrast it in real time. So Nick, I think we have quite a few enterprise clients right now. What are they saying to you? What are they loving?
And first of all, that PDF that you created, Shannon, is beautiful, because I just put it up in a shared Zoom, and a rep owner looks at it and goes, that's what I need. When we originally started it was going to be for people that are doing over 1,000 a year listings. And most of, the lion's share of our enterprise people are people that want to get to that. And I think it goes back to how serious are you? If you're serious about real estate photography and running, and optimizing, everybody wants to have their life freed up. They want more time. And you hear that all the time. And it's what Todd said 10 years ago. I want more time. I mean, Spiro flourishing. I say this to everybody. It's not coincidental that Boston was born. Todd's
Boston's my son.
Yes, I jumped over that. I meant to say I've known Boston since he was a baby, and when Todd started making a family with the lovely Jessica, Spiro started getting better and better and better, and it was because he wanted. He wanted more life, and that's where people they're going, I want to scale my business, but I also don't want to give up why I love being alive and having a great business. And so enterprise comes in, and it's like, it's a sprint. It's a sprint to having your life back. It's a sprint to having a thriving business. It's a sprint to having support that we can't give unless, it just takes so much time. So I told both you, Shannon and Todd, I feel like, it might be too cheap for what we give you. So the time is great to get into enterprise. If you're serious about scaling your business, and, like Adam Novak, he's at 300 a year that are very deluxe services down in Florida, does a lot of drone stuff. He wants to get to 600. He has his scaling goals. He doesn't want to mince words. And we just signed up someone a couple of days ago. They're like, And just for the record, Nick, enterprise has nothing to do with me conceiving children. I just want to, it's not, no, there's nothing weird about it, y'all. We went a little off the record there. I just want to bring you back to the cornfields here. There's 3 levels for you guys. I think many of you know me by now. You know us, you know Shannon.
We've built a very successful real estate media business, and we've heard from you guys that, hey, we need these different levels of support. And we want you to use Spiro. I'll be completely transparent about that. I would love it if we could earn your business. So when you all tell us what you need, this is no different than when realtors told us what they needed at Wow. We would create that. And we listen to you, we adapt it, we mold it. And our goal is to make sure that you are successful with it. If you succeed, we succeed.
Absolutely. Thanks for the clarification. I was kind of confused. No,
Yeah, I just
not
want to
really.
make sure. I was like, is this like, I gotta talk to Jessica about this.
I guess my point was that I see enterprise as an extension of what you were able to do, Todd, as you realize that there's a lot of details that go into a rep business, and there are a lot of details that go into running a smart business that has a lot of moving parts, that's intensive in the field, that deals with realtors that, they have their own mindset and just making sure everything is buttoned up. And with enterprise, everything is buttoned up, and you can enjoy what's important to you in your life, and you can also see your business scale because you suddenly have the entire engine of Spiro behind you, and you're not missing anything technical, but you're also thinking about brokerage strategies. You're thinking about, where do I want to be in a year? And you've got Shannon on speed dial, and we love it because then we can give all of our energy to someone with enterprise and watch you thrive and scale before our eyes, and we love being a part of that.
Nick, I think it's really insightful because you see it from the outside, but let's be honest, it's about time, right, y'all? Like when I had kids, my time had to change. Different things became a priority. And I talked very recently in some talk in the Tech Talk and in a Eli Jones podcast on his channel, but about you hire helpers and builders. And when I started to have kids, I was able to push it so far, and I said, hey, I need a builder. And Shannon happened to come along, and I was so thankful that she did, and she built it with me. And you just need different levels of support as you build. We understand that. We're here for you, and all of you need something a little bit different. And if you just need hey, I just want to DIY it, I feel like we have phenomenal articles that you can follow, step-by-step videos and guides.
Absolutely. And that's what we had this idea to do this podcast just so people were aware. Awareness, right, is always half the battle. But you don't have to spend any money. You can create Spiro on your own. You can get in there, I can't talk this morning. It's Friday. My brain's done working for the week, but you can get in and build your own Spiro account on your own if you choose to. But sometimes it's why? Right? Okay, I'm going to spend at the foundation level $250 and really get it in credit. So I'm not really spending anything. So why should I waste my time on the entering of the information when I could go be getting clients while the entering of the information is happening, right? So that's number one. That's what Lovie, when she came on, gave me my time back, which was amazing, to go out and create these programs, to work with Todd with the higher level thinking that we're bringing into Spiro and the updates. And then Lovie has brought on Maria to help her because we've had so many of you say, yes, raise my hand, sign me up. I want to do this. And so Maria is now, Maria is Lovie's sister because we love family here at Spiro, right? And she was going to be with us today, guys, but she is under the weather. So we didn't want to make her get on a podcast. So I should feel good. But Lovie, talk about how you and Maria just get people onboarded, how you're kind of have streamlined things together and getting them into the system as fast as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for that. Maria is such a huge help, Shan. So when you brought her over, it definitely gave me some of my time to focus on my launch calls and getting to know more about, our clients and that. So what happens during our onboarding journey is that once a client completes the onboarding questionnaire after they talk to Nick, we send them a prep checklist to make sure that we have everything we need. So that from there, we then take care of the full setup. This includes, building out the order page, updating their account setting, making sure all of the basics are in place. So just like what Nick said earlier, having everything or giving us everything, or as much as you can, give us as many details as you can in the onboarding questionnaire. That definitely help us set your settings in your Spiro account. After we have already, created a basic setup, then we schedule the launch call, right? So this launch call is tailored to everybody's specific needs, so their own specific needs. And after that, we move into building tasks if that is necessary, if you're on accelerated. So we build out tasks, we build out automations and workflow together, and that's step by step. We want to make sure that our clients are aware how we do that, because we're not only setting this up for them, we want to make sure they know how to do that on their end, because in the future, they're going to be setting up their own workflow, right? So after that, we make sure that everything is fully set up and tested, and then we do our final wrap up and handoff. This is to make sure that they can start using Spiro confidently in their day-to-day. So that's it, pretty much.
Yes. And then again, on that higher level of enterprise, then once you actually get unlimited launch calls. You get unlimited calls with us, period. So the two favorite things is the Slack and probably unlimited launch calls, right? Or access. And that's when we can really dive into strategy. That is really what comes with that higher tier. That I enjoy doing too. Many of you might already know this. I'm a marketing snob. Which is weird because I was never creative in my life at all. I was always like the numbers and the talker, and then all of a sudden I work at another brokerage with a fantastic lady who we should probably have on this call sometime. She was the director of marketing, and she kind of grew my love of marketing. And so now I absolutely love it. And so I love it when our clients do enterprise, because then I get to get in there and be like, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's change this. Oh, Billy was a great example. He's got a trademarked company name, the perfect listing. Like, it's awesome. It's trademarked. I'm like, you trademark this. We need to use these names in all of your products. Like, this needs to brand. We need to brand this out. And so I'm super excited for his new page because it's fully branded. We even made a small tweak from yesterday, Todd, where now when you look at his order page, it literally, the background of the thumbnails of the top 3 bundles literally say the perfect listing too. So it's fun. It's awesome. We love our enterprise clients. So
and there's power in that branding. If you think about it, our company name is called Wow Video Tours. All of our clients call us Wow. It is a name. Like, in our markets, do you use Wow? Oh, I use Wow, just shot my listing. Like, it's at a higher level. So there is that top tier thinking. And that took, you have to implement that for that to actually take place, because it takes time. And so just that higher level of thought, we're excited to bring to all of you in that enterprise plan, because those are things that you're going to look back 5-10 years ago. I look back 22 years ago when I was thinking about naming it. It's like I knew I wanted it to be different. My brother's actually like, let's call it Wow, because everybody looks at the photos, or everybody looks at the video. Again, we didn't do photos at the beginning. Everybody looks at the video and says, wow. So like, great, let's name it Wow. So we use clip art and Wow, and we've evolved over the years, but I think that higher level branding is super important. And oftentimes it's tough for, like, let's admit it, like, we're all small business owners. Like, to think about higher level branding, it's like, well, I got to have a photographer go fix a bathroom, and I got to go shoot houses or whatever it may be. So it's kind of like the last thing that gets pushed down.
The last person that we signed up for enterprise this week, Logan, was he was adamant. He's like, and when do I get to talk to Shannon? And when do I jump on with Shannon? I mean, he and I said, well, the good news is that she wants to talk to you, and he doesn't have a lot of volume. He just wants to have a lot of volume. Billy. Yeah, when I talked to Billy, I knew he'd be perfect because he's a young family, but wants it to be great, has a lot of ideas. And that's the perfect enterprise client. No matter what your volume is, it's what's your commitment? How passionate are you? How quickly do you want to get it right? And that's where enterprise is perfect. And then, and I know it makes your day, Shannon and Lovie, because it's got to be exciting on you guys' end to take the ball and run with it when you have someone that is as committed to their business as you are committed to their business and can be.
Yeah. And what's nice is we set you up for the future with this. Because again, a lot of things we create in Canva templates, things like that. So we share those with you guys, when you're done. So you're literally built. It's like the foundation of the house is built, and then we hand it off to you to keep building. And I kind of like those analogies because we deal with houses and that's our business, right? But that's essentially what we're doing. And so, and like, to your point, Todd, we're not here to oversell this today. We want it to be known that we do it. We want it to be out there. We're getting ready to do change our website, do some things so everybody can see it. We're also going to change a little bit about how you all sign up. So it'll be easier for a nice little path to see if you just want to sign up for this. But I'll kind of end with just, because I don't think we need to oversell this today. This is just a nice, hey, we do this for you. We want to help you. We are here. The team is always here for you. You can reach out to Pink Bubble Chat, but get into this program and we can really help you guys do everything faster. Nick is your point of contact if you'd like to sign up for this program. So his email is simply Nick, Nick, @spiro.media, and you can just shoot him a yes. Let's get a call. Call me right now. Whatever it is, he will reach out to you. So I just want to end with kind of, Todd, we have some exciting things coming in this program too that our current users right now might be like, ooh, how could I access this? Like, how could I utilize these tools too? And so we are going to come out with a full a la carte list of items that you could do. So maybe it's just, hey, will you just build me an order page? Right? I don't need the whole thing. I just want a new order page. I already have all my services in there, but this is kind of what I'm thinking, and I want some help with it. Or, hey, I really need my workflows and tasks set up. I want help with that. So we're going to have like this whole list. Or, hey, my brain's not good in marketing. Will you guys help me fancy up my page and my descriptions and things like that? And what's nice is we don't just use AI for this, guys. I mean, we might use it as a tool. It might help us, but we really put our thought and care in all of this that we do. So exciting things coming in the future. Is there anything else anybody would like to share that we didn't touch on?
It was the, enterprise subscriber, Adam Novak, when he said he had looked at competitors, and I had demoed him months ago. And he reached out to me and he said, the competitor said, why are you going with Spiro? And he said, because Spiro is a movement. I want to join the movement. And so, the thing is, we're not just a software company. We've got this tremendous rep company. We were talking to someone and they're like, do you have a client as big as us? And they did like 6,000 or 7,000. And we said, yeah, we have a client double your size. It's our own rep company. So we're putting all this on its feet every day. And just, everything that we do, we're thinking about this all the time. So when Lovie, or when Shannon and Lovie will do it, when Shannon says this, we have in mind to a la carte, what do you need? We're always thinking about ways to make your engine turn better, and new things are popping up all the time. It is a movement and we want you to join it. And that starts with Spiro Concierge.
It's awesome. Todd, anything to add?
Yeah, I'm so thankful of you all in here as a team. And, y'all, when Shannon told me like, hey, let's do this thing, I was like, I don't know, like Craig and I have been doing this for long. We haven't sold anything. Like, okay, so we try to get you to buy Spiro or use Spiro through the information we give you. This is the first time we've ever said, we've got these things. Are you interested in them? So I was hesitant. I really am. And, but the number of times we've been asked, or the number of times someone has found out about, like, is this a secret program? It's like, okay, so we just wanted to take some time today to let you know about it, because enough people were asking us, and the results that we've seen, people are like, I'm so happy I did this. This got me off the ground. This got me to my next step. It's all about time, you guys. It really is. We talk about that a lot on the podcast, and we're trying to give you back some time here. And of course, we would love you to join the Spiro family.
Absolutely.
Can I throw one thing in here?
Please, Craig, we're so sorry that you were not included in a lot of that conversation, sir.
No, you don't need to apologize. I just was thinking back to when I first started my real estate photography company, and Todd and I sat in a coffee shop in Perrysburg, Ohio, and he was talking with me about partnering with me in my market, being my back end engine. And I was the first beta tester for Spiro. And there wasn't this formal onboarding program that we've been talking about today, this concierge program. But Todd saw it before he saw it, and he walked me through how the software could help me, answered questions. The WOW team, answered questions for me. So this has been in the works for, let's see, when did I start my business, Todd? It was 2017. And it, even with an informal effort, it helped me scale from doing, I think I figured out I could do 2 shoots a day with my own editing, to overnight when I joined with WOW and Spiro, ultimately, it wasn't called Spiro, to doing 6 to 7 shoots a day. And I was able to launch my business, outsourcing my editing, that was huge. But having this background, this back office engine to drive my business as an independent real estate photographer in my market was huge. And now I've been able to watch this business grow, to watch Spiro grow and formalize and integrate all these systems that had I had that, back in 2017, it would have scaled even faster. So it's just been neat to see this Spiro team come together and really help other real estate photographers launch their businesses and grow and scale. And so just from a personal anecdote, from somebody that was part of this, from ground level with informal systems to see where it is now, guys, I can't encourage you enough. We want to, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, we want to see you grow and develop a successful business. And I truly believe Spiro can help you do that. So just from a personal level, of course, now I'm part of the WOW team, but my business grew and it was successful. And having tools like this and systems and a team that can come around you and be part of your business to help you succeed, it's huge. And ultimately, you're going to do that for your real estate clients as well. It's all about helping each other. And yes, we're going to benefit, but we want you to benefit as well. Because if you don't succeed, we don't succeed. So just wanted to share that. It's been awesome to be a part of this growing company and to see it grow to the point where we're helping real estate photographers all over the world now. And if you're just getting started out and you're overwhelmed by all the options of Spiro, this concierge program is going to be your lifeline. And it's a team of people that really care about you. So that's what I had.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Craig. And for all of you guys out there, I want you to know Perrysburg is also in the middle of some cornfields. So just out there, the cornfields are alive and well in Ohio.
They continue, yes.
So, and that's fun because I was here for the start of that with you, Craig, too. So it's been fun to see the evolution too, as well. And really, this was always been Todd's idea, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's like he built this amazing media company. It was always like, okay, how can we help everybody else? So that idea has been brewing in his head for a long time. So this continues on where we help you. And so just help us help you a little bit more. Reach out to Nick and let's get you going.
Sounds good. All right. If you guys have any questions, you can email Spiro at hello@spiro.media. If you already have an account, be sure to click on that pink chat bubble. Lovie and Maria and Shannon, the whole team, Nick, Shannon, everybody, more than happy to help you and come alongside you and help you get things set up. So Spiro team, thank you for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. Todd, any closing thoughts from you?
Yeah, just a couple of reminders here. Thanks to Shannon for putting this all together, Nick and Lovie for all of your help. A couple things to think about, guys. We have the yearly conferences coming up in November. So please think about what that is. We've booked all of our tickets. Yes, Shan, what?
I know. Thank you for saying that, because I thought about it earlier, because like everybody gets to meet Lovie if you come to PMRE. She can't make it to Rep, but she's coming to PMRE. So if you're going to PMRE, Nick and Lovie will be there with me at the booth, and you can meet us in person. So please, any of our current clients, make sure if you're going, you stop by and see us. So it'll just be super fun, and we're excited to have Lovie and Nick there with us.
I still see the ghost of Craig, coming down and having breakfast from our first visit to PMRE, and so you're always there in spirit, Craig. When you and Todd went back in 22, and we'll carry the torch,
Yeah. So we'd love to spend time with you. We will be there. We will be at the Rep Conference. That's Eli Jones. I get the honor of actually emceeing the conference this year. So I'm excited to be there to be with you guys. And this is probably my most favorite time of the year because I just get to spend time with you guys. And it's just exhilarating. Good to meet you. Good to hear you. Love taking pictures with you guys and just seeing how we can help you reach your goals. I mean, let's learn from me. I've done some dumb things in my days. These 4 people in here can tell you more of them off air. But look at your calendar, get those things booked, and we would love to see you at both or at least one of those conferences.
All right. Well, with that will wrap up this week. Guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch or listen to the podcast. Hopefully you've gained some valuable information on how to get set up in Spiro and integrate this as a system in your business. We're here for you. And as always, we'd like to remind you, just take some time out of your day, out of your week, whatever it is, just kind of stop, think, meditate on the blessings of your life. Just be thankful for those and make sure you take time to breathe. That's what Spiro means, is breathe. And that's what this is designed to help you do. Breathe and enjoy the business that you've created. So with that, we just want to remind you, take some time out of your day, be thankful for the blessings in your life, and make sure you take a breath. Have a great week.
Thank you for joining us for the Spiro Podcast, Managing Your Real Estate Photography and Videography Business. This is a production of Spiro and Wow Video Tours. You can find out more about Spiro's real estate media business management software at our website, spiro.media.